Okay, circle true or false to each of the following statements. Selecting the first name on each class register will give a random sample. Well, this is actually false. Okay. Random sample simply means that anyone has got an equal chance of being selected. This is not really the case here. If you select the first person on a register, then you've got more chance of being selected if your surname begins with the letter A. Okay, because if your surname begins with the letter A, you're going to be at the top of the list, aren't you? Okay, so you've got much more of a chance of being selected then. So that means it can't be random sample. Random sampling means you've got same chance as anybody else has been selected. So if you got a letter, if your first letter is H or W as your surname, then you're not going to be selected here, aren't you? Because here they're asking for the first name on the class register, so it's not random. Second one then, the ratio of boys to girls in the school is 2 to 3. The pupil committee of 30 pupils is selected using a gender stratified sample. There are 10 boys and 20 girls on the school committee. So is this true or false? Well, this is stratified sampling, and on this committee there are 30 pupils, and it's meant to be using gender in terms of getting this stratified sampling. In other words, this sort of ratio needs to be represented on the committee. Okay, so ratio of boys to girls is 2 to 3, so there needs to be more girls. Okay, there definitely needs to be more girls here because there are more girls in the school. Okay, we're looking at this relationship here. So there are more girls here, but does it follow this ratio of 2 to 3? Well, let's have a look. Let's just see. We can write down here 2 to 3 means we've got 5 shares in total. So let's see how many boys and girls are on this committee. So 30 then divide by 2. So that would be divide by 5, sorry. That would be 6. Okay, so basically one share or one part is worth 6 pupils. Okay, so if boys have 2 shares, that would be 2 lots of 6 pupils. So we should have 12 pupils that are boys. And let's see the girls, 3 shares, so 3 lots of 6 pupils are 18 pupils. So we should have 18 pupils to be girls. So it should be 12 and 18, not 10 and 20. So that's false as well. Okay, the third one then, a telephone survey is carried out to find which political party people support. The sample of people surveyed is not a random sample of the whole population. Well, let's look here. They're saying here about whole population. So you've got to think, does the sample using a telephone survey, does this represent the whole population? Well, actually it doesn't, okay? Because not everyone has a telephone, if you think about it. So they often use telephone registries to ring people up. Not everybody is on the telephone registry, okay? You can opt out of that. So they use a register to ring people's home at random, but only from the register that they've got, okay? And it doesn't include everyone. And as I said, not everybody has a home telephone in the country. So does this sample represent the whole population? Well, certainly not. No, it doesn't, because there are people who don't have telephones, people who are not on this list. So, you know, there are people who will definitely not be selected. So can we say this statement's true or false? Well, it says the sample of people surveyed is not a random sample. Well, that's true. It is not. So we can say that's true. Stratified sample always considers proportions according to given criteria. Well, that's certainly true. Okay, that sort of echoes the point I made up here. Okay, it's got to sort of follow that relationship there of 2 to 3 with the boys to girls. So it's got to consider those proportions according to the criteria exactly. So true there. And then the last one, a random sample of people means everyone has an equal chance of being selected. Exactly true. That's exactly the case. A random sample there has to be everyone's got the same chance of being selected. So, you know, up here, that's not the case, isn't it, with the telephone? Okay, that's why it's not a random sample, because certain people will not be selected whatsoever because they don't have a phone, not on the register, and so on.